You are what you read. He was a leader because he was also a reader. A leader is a reader. So we thank you for the publications. In Chief Fawehinmi's lifetime, any publication that he was aware of must be bought and copies kept in the library. He would never miss it. Today, I have launched a book, and I will not disclose how much. I have issued a check to that effect. So in congratulating Basira Fawehinmi for the efforts. But my speech, short speech, would be to attempt to recall what would have been the position of Chief Gani Fawehinmi on the state of human rights today in Nigeria. What would Gani Fawehinmi have said? What would have been his position? That is what I want to address. The regime of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is giving Nigerians two options. Those two options must be rejected. And in the name of Chief Gani Fawehinmi, we reject those two options. The options are: accept slavery or death. We reject both. Charging peaceful protesters with treason, treasonable felony, and terrorism means is telling us that you accept my policies without complaining or you are killed. Because the penalty for treason is death. The penalty for treasonable felony is life imprisonment. The penalty for terrorism is death. So what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying to the peaceful protesters is, you accept the pains and pangs being imposed on you, or you die. And we say no. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was elected on the basis of a written constitution which guarantees the fundamental right of peaceful protest. Section 40 of the Constitution guarantees the right of peaceful revolt. To protest peacefully against government policies that are deemed to be pernicious and punitive. That is what those who protested on August 1st to 10 have done. They have committed no crime. Charging them with all those offenses is a coup against the Constitution. Because the exercise of the right under Section 40, freedom of peaceful assembly and peaceful action, can never resort to treason, treasonable felony, or terrorism. As a matter of fact, Section 2, subsection 4 of the Terrorism Prevention Act expressly in writing exempts peaceful protest, peaceful demonstration, and strike actions from terrorist acts. Acts that can be deemed to be terrorist acts. They are exempted. Therefore, in the name of Chief Gani Fawehinmi, we call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to withdraw all the charges against all the peaceful protesters and tender an apology forthwith. But the challenge it poses to us is that what we are running, what we are experiencing in Nigeria today is not democracy. This is a reign of terror, a reign of tyranny. And you cannot be running a tyrannical governance in the name of civilian regime. By virtue of Section 14, Subsection 2B of the Constitution, any regime that is unable to guarantee security and welfare of the people has lost all the legitimacy to remain in power. And I argue, provided that the resistance of the people is peaceful, provided that the protest of the people is peaceful, the people can protest peacefully to say any government that is not guaranteeing their security and welfare should resign. That can never result into treason, treasonable felony, or terrorism. So we call on him to drop the charges against the peaceful protesters. And the reason why he has been been doing that, the basic reason for the charges of treason, treasonable felony, and terrorism is very simple. He is prepared to increase the hardship of the people under the guise of renewed hope. Is imposing renewed hardship in the name of renewed hope. We reject it. Is prepared to increase the price of fuel to an unprecedented level. To an unprecedented level. It came in when fuel was about 185. Today, it is over 1,000 naira within a period of less than 2 years. So that is why he doesn't want us to protest. So we are saying, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria and Nigerians are not your property. You have no right to deny us the right of peaceful protest. And for as long as some of us are alive, we will resist all those policies. While people like him went on exile, some of us remain behind and will suffer the consequences. I'm not deriding them because being in a cell is not an easy experience. For anybody who cannot withstand being in a cell, the person has the right to go on exile. I don't deride them. Because being in a cell on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and you don't know when it may end, you could go mad. A friend of mine was in detention for only a few days. After he came out, he lost his sanity, leading to death. Within months of his being released, and he spent only a few. So for those who cannot withstand detention, they have the right to go on exile. But they cannot be ruling Nigeria in a dictatorial manner, in manners in which even military dictators that we fought and struggled against could not go. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, release all the peaceful protesters, drop all the charges. We reject enslavement. Thank you.